It's just like nobody else coming in. It's just like nobody anywhere. And so if somebody comes and like starts mopping and stuff.
Okay, well we're not leaving till you finish the story. So
they've all got their ears around the corner.
Yeah. Always like, remember the freaking story. Probably as I talk, there's like someone's gonna be like, "Will you quit interrupting you?" Anyways.
You interrupt yourself.
Anyways,
okay.
And so
everything costs double.
Everything costs double. So we get in there and like she forgets to tell me that she's like just totally scared of everything. So we go to this thing and this ticket thing and we all buy enough tickets to get us on like 6 rides, which is like let's see, 3 rides, $5 each, 15 times 2, $30. That's what it's at, $30. So I spend $30. Mind you, I've already paid to get her in, paid to park, paid for gas to drive us around. And it's like $30 for these tickets to get on rides. We ride one ride, and she wigs out. She's like, "Wah!" Just screaming and wigging out. And she's like, "Oh my gosh!" And this is like a pretty mellow ride. And I was like, "What do you think?" She's like, "I want to get off." Any other questions?
No, I was asking her.
Was she also telling the story, or what?
No.
Just a random question. Okay, sure. And so, moving on.
She's freaking out.
And hoping for no more weird questions, we move on to the story. And so we're there, just having a jolly time. Except she's wigging out, like, "I gotta get off this ride, She's wigging out. We get off, and she's like, "I'm not riding another ride here." And I was like,
I just spent
tickets! $30 in tickets, dang it all! And so me and her, while everyone else went and rode rides, me and her just wandered around the freaking park.
Speaking Spanish to each other?
And speaking Spanish, and her telling me in great detail about her life in Peru as a midwife. In way too much detail. Mind you, we all know what midwives do. We all know how nobody wants to hear about that. She doesn't know that nobody wants to hear about that. Yeah, that's what she do. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not interested. It's like, "Oh, it gets complicated when you have one of these, and you gotta do this and that." I'm like, I don't want to know any of that. And so that's just gross.
You're going to be a doctor someday, and you're going to get to see more than that.
You know what? But I hope to be an eye doctor. So if anyone starts going into labor, I'll be like, "Whoa, get out." You know what I'm saying? You know, here we do cataracts. So if there's babies coming out, something's going terribly wrong.
You're going to get to see everything.
I'll close my eyes.
Whatever.
The point is, I didn't want to hear about it at that point in time. And even now, I really want to hear about that on a date, you know. Like, hopefully, if you're on a date with a guy who's an OBGYN, he's not like, "Well, today I did one of these on this lady, and let me tell you about how messed up she was." What? On a date. And so, because here's the deal, I want to be one of those doctors, because you do get these doctors who lose track of, like, what's appropriate and what isn't, you know. And so they'll just sit there and be like, "Boy, I'll tell you what, I saw the craziest hemorrhoids in the world today." And you're like, no one wants to hear that, you know? Like, in polite conversation now, if it's just like everyone kicking at the hospital in the break room, talk hemorrhoids, talk, you know? But in, like, regular society, we don't talk about that stuff. Nor do we want to hear about it. Or imagine it, or any of that. So anyway, so she's all midwife talk, and I'm like, "This is gross, someone kill me now." And I was like, what if I just threw myself on the roller coaster, you know, I could end it all right now. The Lord would understand. Yeah. So, anyways, and so...
This is where the cynicism started.
Yeah, this must have been it. This must have been the day. That we wanted
the day the new Matthew was born.
Yeah, I was like, I hate this. Ugh. But yeah, so like, this is some really weird music.
I told you, you interrupt yourself.
That's some weird music though. And so, anyways, it was like an arcade game, like on having a seizure or something. It's really weird. But anyways, and so we move on with our lives. So finally I talked this girl into, I'm like, "Let's get on the gosh darn Ferris wheel, alright? It moves very slow." And she's like, "Okay, but we can't spin it." I was like, "We won't spin it. Let's just get on it and you'll shut up." I didn't say that part, but I was like, "Let's just get on it." So we get on it with this like awkward couple, and like they put us on with these old people, like, you know, it's like me and her and these old people, and we're all just like, "How's it going?" You know, they're just like, "Good," you know. And they're like from Vernal or something, and I'm like, "Alright, that's cool," you know. Right? And so around we go, like sharing this romantic moment with these old people, you know. We're all like going around, and I was like, "She's annoying. These people are old people, and I don't know them." Life is good, yeah. And so around we go on this Ferris wheel, and even that, she's just like, I never like this. It's kind of, we're going high, and all this stuff. So we come back down, and I ended up just giving the tickets. I actually went on one ride with one of my buddies. I was like, you stay here. Me and my buddy are going on this scary ride. And so because his girlfriend, it was like, they just got married and stuff. They were close enough that he was like, hey, chill here for a second. I'm just going to go, you know. So we went on a ride while she sat there, and like they hopefully they talked midwife stuff. I don't know. But anyways, it did seem like she kind of got out of her system. She didn't talk about it after that.
Yeah, she only subjected you to that.
Yeah, and that was it. And so we went on that ride, and then afterwards, someone's like, let's see the world's biggest pig, and I was like, go. So we went around and saw the world's biggest pig, the world's biggest cow, the world's biggest gator, the world's biggest turtle, the world's biggest this and that. We went, and mind you, those are all $2 a piece. So multiply that by 2 again, and around we go. So the money's just flying out everywhere. The date is about to end, and I said to myself, I was like, thank heavens, you know, because I've been praying and fasting and stuff throughout the whole evening. But then like somebody's like, hey, let's all go to D's, and I was like, yeah, to D's, and my buddy that was riding with me was like, to D's, and I was like, God, it's like midnight, and I hate this girl, and, you know. So I'm like,
what was her name?
I don't remember it.
Yeah, you remember it last night.
We made something up, remember?
Maria.
Yeah,
we made Brittany or something.
We called her Maria, and you guys were offended about a Hispanic girl having a Hispanic name. You were like, Maria? Why are you calling her Maria? I was like, she's from Peru. And they're like, not everybody's named Maria. I was like, okay, we'll call her, you know, Carmen. And they're like, that's just the same thing. And I was like, okay.
That's my mom's name, actually.
Oh, really? There you go. Yeah, Carmen. It's in Peru, yeah. So anyways, but I honestly don't remember her name or the guy's name she was talking to. I could probably tell you the names of maybe like a couple of girls I've dated. That's it. I don't remember. Anyways, and so thus it was. So on we went to D's, and we go to D's and we sit down at this table. Big group of us, you know, all on this big date.
Kind of like this, right?
And kind of like this, maybe a little more of a 1-to-1 ratio with the dudes and the ladies, paired off, kind of a thing. Yeah, similar. But yes, there was a table and there was food. And so we're there, and so we sit down and she's like, oh, I'm not hungry, I'm not gonna get anything. And I was like, oh, are you sure? You know, you get something. You know, we got the little thing there. You know, like you know, so get something. You know. He's like, no, I'm not hungry. I'm fine. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. You know. So I ordered like an $8 thing, which is kind of common at D's. You know, your $8 something like a stick. It was probably a burger. I always order a burger, so probably a burger of some kind. Everybody orders, and the lady's like, you don't want anything? She's like, no, I don't want anything. And the lady's like, okay, you know, blah blah blah, goes away. Now, that girl, right then, my date gets out her cell phone and just starts talking. Just talking along, and I have a friend named Nick who's a jerk. And he's just like...
Is this my cousin Nick?
No, this is Nick Bond. And so he's like, you know, hey, I'll be a jerk. So he says to me, he's like, hey, do you want to borrow my cell phone so you can just talk the whole time? And it's him, it's my friend Nick, his future, his date is we also married. Yeah, there were two separate hookups on that one. It was quite successful. So thus far, 2 marriages and like 3 or 4 children. So doing pretty good.
There was almost a third hookup.
What was that?
There was a potential third, but
there's almost, yes.
Almost doesn't count.
That close. But so we're there, and it's his date and then my date and then me. So he like yells over the 2 of them. He's just like, hey dude, do you want to borrow my phone so that you can just sit and talk on the phone the whole time? Like totally pointing it at her, you know. But she just kept on talking.